Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm back once again. This is the second time I gotta do this. Sheriff Factory is nice. It's lovely. I'm just kidding. I just want to talk about some franchise options for MLB 15 to show in the background. This is MLB 14 to show, my Padres franchise. So this is just some background stuff for you guys to enjoy while I talk. You get to listen to me for the next 9 minutes. Isn't that great? It's great. So I got 4 teams in mind, 2 I'm considering more strongly than the others. So here we go. Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers didn't have the greatest year. A lot of their guys were hurt, including Prince Fielder, my number 3 overall draft pick. Yeah, it was rough when he got hurt. But Shin-Soo Choo also got hurt. Mitch Moreland got hurt. Yu Darvish got hurt. Profar got hurt. Matt Harrison got hurt. Derek Holland got hurt. Basically, a lot of guys got hurt. And when a lot of your good players get hurt, you usually do not do that well. But Yu Darvish will be back, Harrison will be back. They acquired Yovani Gallardo from the Milwaukee Brewers, so both that pitching staff. Sadly, he will not be able to hit as much anymore. It was a joy watching Gallardo hit, one of the best hitting pitchers in baseball. But he can't anymore. American League rules. So they still got Elvis Andrus, who every year it seems like he's rumored to get traded because of all their shortstops and infielders and such. Lenois Martin, another talented player there. So offensively, this team looks nice. If Shin-Soo Choo can have a good year, Fielder can have a good year, and Beltre, he just continues to fight goal father time. They acquired Fujikawa, former Cub. They got him to strengthen that bullpen, and they still got Neftali Feliz, who just brings the heat all day, all night. Very good closer right there. Moving on to the third team that I've been considering. Yes, the New York Yankees. I have been considering them. The last remaining player of the core 4 is gone. The core 4 being Andy Pettitte, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, and Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter's gone, but Alex Rodriguez is back. Yes, Mr. Steroids himself has returned, and hopefully the year-long suspension has taught him a lesson that don't use steroids. A-Rod, please. Enough is enough, but pitching rotation-wise, it's got some good young pieces like Tanaka. He's going to be coming back for Tommy John surgery. Michael Pineda, Nathan Eovaldi, Ivan Nova. Good young pieces, and you got CC Sabathia, who's just happy to be here with his overweight self, reporting in at 305. Last year he was at 275, so there's some issues going on there. Sabathia, of course, had a rough year last year, so there's that. They got Andrew Miller. They signed him to a 4-year deal. I think it was a 4-year deal. They of course lost David Robertson to the White Sox in the offseason. Dylan Pachanis, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, it's weird. He's going to be filling in as a closer, so Andrew Miller would be the setup man for them. So they got that going on their bullpen. Offensively, it's a team with some old offensive pieces. Of course, Alex Rodriguez, he's back. Carlos Beltran, he's up there in age. Teixeira. Just a lot of guys who are over 30 years old. Top of the lineup, they still got speed with Brett Garner and Jacoby Ellsbury. Chase Headley's back. Steven Drew's back. Brendan Ryan is even back. He's just, Mr. Defensive guy. And that's pretty much what he does. And they also got Didi Gregorius. So he's there in case Steven Drew fails or, they want to put him in there instead of Brendan Ryan. That's the Yankees. Now, for the 2 teams that I've been considering the most, this team is, I guess you call it 1B. Tampa Bay Rays. Who thought that I'd be talking about this team? A few months ago, I would have never even thought that I would be talking about this team. But they traded away Will Myers, Ben Zobrist, 2 big pieces of their offense, 2 big, of course, Will Myers, former Rookie of the Year. Ben Zobrist, good clubhouse guy, good OPS guy, super utility man, kind of like Mark DeRosa, except he's a switch hitter with a better average. Pitching rotation. They got Chris Archer, they got Alex Cobb, they added Drew Smyly, and Matt Moore is going to be returning from Tommy John surgery. His pitching motion is very slow in this game, though. Probably in real life, too. That's why I don't want to pitch with him. But moving on from that. Bullpen, they did acquire some guys, Ernesto Frieri and Kevin Jepson. Jepson having a very good year last year, Frieri not so much. But he has had success in the past, so, maybe he can refine that in Tampa Bay in the good old Tropicana Field Dome. Trop, as they like to call him in baseball tonight. Offensively, they added Asdrubal Cabrera into the mix, and they also got Steven Sosa Jr. from the Washington Nationals, a guy who's featured some power in the minor leagues. I think his career high in the minors is like 18 home runs, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, really, Longoria is their big power bat. They do have James Loney, but he's never been a power guy. He's always been an average guy. He can supply, 10 home runs a year. Still have Desmond Jennings. He's not the greatest average hitter, but he does have a lot of speed out there to man center field. Nick Franklin, former Seattle Mariner, will be there. Tim Beckham, the former #1 draft pick, he will be on the roster. 2008 first-round draft pick, I believe. He was the first overall pick in that draft. Getting his chance to shine, so that'll be interesting. Hopefully, him and Drew Smyly's relationship is still good, because he busted out his car window. So hopefully all ill feelings will be aside for them. Now we're going to talk about the team that is considered 1A in terms of franchise. Can I get a drum roll? I'm just hoping you guys are doing a drum roll right now. Minnesota Twins, yeah, woo, Minnesota. Anyway, Minnesota, yes, they are right now my favorite team, but I will have a straw poll in the description for you guys to vote on who you like to see. Yes, viewers, you get your say. I know, it's great. I like to include you guys. I'm a people person. Well, I try. Anyway, they signed Irving Santana in the offseason. They gave him a pretty sizable contract for, I didn't think he, I'm not even going to speak on it. They got Tim Stoffer, former Padre. Hey, Padres, look at that. We're, yeah. Anyway. They got Stephen Pryor, good hard thrower. But Nolasco struggled last year. Santana, of course, he really doesn't have that #1 type stuff. But Phil Hughes kind of looked like that. He kind of, he kind of had that #1 stuff. He had a very solid year. And then they also have Alex Meyer and Kyle Gibson, two very young arms. So room for improvement there. Offensively, they brought back Torrey Hunter. Yes, Torrey Hunter returning to Minnesota, the glory boy. The man of the hour, Torrey Hunter, but he'll most likely be the designated hitter due to the fact that he is very old. They still got Joe Mauer. There was Mauer power, but Mauer doesn't have that much power. He's got enough power to get, about 15 out of there. Of course, Minnesota, not really the most friendly ballpark to the left-handed hitter, especially with that high wall, but there is that part of the stands that kind of comes out over it. To help out those lefties, but excuse me, it's big ballpark, Minnesota. They do have Brian Dozier, a guy who can hit, 20 home runs, steal 20 bases. He doesn't hit for too high of an average, but hey, I'll take 20 seasons. Still got Trevor Plouffe, a power hitter. He can get, he can get 20 home runs, maybe even 25. And of course, they got their two big prospects, Byron Buxton and Miguel Sano, both missed a significant amount of time last year. Buxton missed a good amount of the season. I think he only played like 20-something games in AAA or something before he got hurt, and then Sano missed the entire year. He had to have Tommy John surgery, so that hindered both of their development periods, which sucks. Buxton will be called up most likely before Sano due to the fact that he's got all this hype, 5-tool guy, stuff like that. Sano will most likely need a full year. He might be a September call-up guy, but most likely Sano will need a full year. Because missing the entire season is big. It's big for young players' development. But I think that's all I wanted to touch on with the Twins. Yeah, pretty much I did. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Straw poll will be in the description, like I said. And if you enjoyed, subscribe. And also let me know if you want some more Padres franchise. I might make a separate video about that. I don't know. Until the next video, guys.